Every summer I do this. I have to be on the second floor, and the Wi-Fi doesn't work unless you're really outside. So it's interesting, this coincided with Tom Cruise. I didn't know that spoilers for his last Mission Impossible. There's a submarine scene, and it's extensive. It's like one of the, I guess it's the number 2 highlight scene. There's only 2 main scenes. And it involves a submarine. He's going to the submarine from above, so he has to have a special suit to depressurize. And he goes into the sub, and he has to do something, and then there's something stuck in the door, and it's going off a cliff. And there's something else happening and stuff. So it's only him and a sub. There's nothing else in there. He has to retrieve something. And then he loses his something, and then he has to, he's going up there with a suit. It's the depressurizer thing. This perfectly coincides with my spoilers with my franchise, because I'm in a sub, and I've had I didn't add the Byford prison in there. Well, I didn't in one of the previous iterations, but the iteration I'm doing now, spoilers, it's not in there, but yeah, in the previous, at least in the last one I did, the second to last one, not counting this one, so this would be, if I say the last one, I'm not counting this one, last, how do you say that? The last one would be not counting the one you're doing now. Okay, so last one I did, no, that won't make sense, because I'm doing, how do you say that? You would say the last one. No, it would be the current one. If you work on the current one, that would be the last one. Okay, the second to last one dealt with the Byford prison. So it has that's all about, pressure. So this is mind-blowing, another coincidental. I mean, it's like a main scene. His sub even looks like my sub. All subs look alike. Oh, that reminds me, integrate the nukes. They're moving platforms for the nukes. That's actually, it seems like, maybe the core of the nukes are in there. I don't know. They might have moved them all out of the base. Don't use the base word, it's false. Well, there's no other way to use it. It's a base, right? Okay. It's not a ground base. So season 2, yeah, that's amazing, because in my franchise, I'm in a scuba gear, also outside the sub. And again with the Byford prison pressure thing. So this is a super mind-blowing coincidental. I mean, the movie came out Memorial Day weekend. My franchise thing, I've been working on it this whole year. Got it finished up, the iterations, I think this whole year. I'm working on the last iteration, season 1 now, processing. Season 2, I'm going to start today too. Writing it out because I don't want to forget. This is like mind-blowing, amazing, because usually with sub movies, all you see is the sub. You don't really see somebody outside the sub. And not only that, you don't see one single individual with the sub, right? I mean, my favorite series, it's only me and the AI, that's it. Tom Cruise, Tom Cruise going in a sub, and the sub is completely, nobody's in there, so. This is in the Flash movie, you got Office Space guy in there, and you got Ezra, and then you've got who else is in there? With the Thodian, Sucker Punch, Zach, and who else is in there? Someone else. There's a connection. Besides, spoilers with Keaton with Night Owl, and then of course with Dale. Cruise, of course, this is all spoiling all movies of action since up to 2025. And they were even doing I saw a short on it with Stiller talking about Tropical Thunder. I don't know if it's the internet is reading my notes or stuff, then it could be. Then again, it could be because Thomas and his movies. So, and of course, from then you got what's his name? Iron Man's in there. Stiller was with Jen before that movie. I think it might have been right before that movie. Got McConnell. So it's integration from there. It's a start from there. Even that guy who's an Idiocracy is in there. I think maybe not. I think he is. Yeah. Hollywood is really small. There's a pretty small number of agents, so they're all in the same pool. But it's not only that. In movies, I can easily tie, as you can tell from the videos I do. You can tie with my own family life or my sister. Fast and Furious tied with my her sister's friend called Twee. Her uncle did the music for the Asian American movie thing guy. You have my college days tying with Office Space. You have, of course, the other can be my community service thing, tying with the Phoenix and Tholian. And then you have Dale, Cornwall Dale, of course. So it's on Collins here. My speech teacher, Christopher. It's like everything. Miranda time with Ice Cube. It's like, and I didn't even know when I was on campus because I saw the poster and I didn't know that she's actually associated with it. And then me trying to keep my secrets with my, filmography. And then all of a sudden, I remember I think it was the last day. I said, "Well, you're a celebrity," and I told her how I felt about celebrities. Now I'm fine with the celebrities. I understand people a lot more. But what's my point? Well, the whole point was basically the submarine coincidal is mind-blowingly amazing. And I had multiple coincidals happen yesterday. Like the one with the Mars distance, Venus distance being factor of 3, Ukraine's population, St. Petersburg plus Moscow. That adds up to 36. And a big one. The Lushan massacre in China, 1/6 of the population wiped out, 36 million people. They even have a separate account. They said that it was this many population minus the people who died, and I added up and subtracted exactly 36 to confirm. Incredible. Interesting if you mix up the range, miles and kilometer. In real life you can't do that, but if you did the farthest average, it would be 363 million kilometers. The AI had it screwed up when I verified a couple of days afterwards because of the other miracle. But still, that's interesting. Another interesting, the closest so far was 2018. That's 2 times 18 is 36. So that was its closest approach, which was 36 million. The next closest approach would be 2035 September. So that's close to 2026, right? 2036. There's that 36 number again. And I'm thinking it's all about Ukraine's population. 36 years from now. What's the significance, in other words, of 2025? So, beginning of the end begins this year, and I think it ends in 2036 with the Ukraine war. There'll be about 36 million dead. And then, of course, the end is, you can calculate. Comet. So, anyway, I explained it all. I could explain something I got to my parents, but 3.6 million years ago, Megalodon. 3.6 thousand was the Old Testament written in the Bible. Around 360 CE would be Constantinople, the Cheapos, tying to me with dad. Was the dad who screwed up? Yeah, pretty much. He screwed up. He didn't really screw up. I don't know how you say screw up, but you can't have the way he did the name ties me in with the Chiro thing, but this isn't about me. If it's about me, I don't know, that'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, I did all that yesterday. I'm going to repeat it. Anyway, this is about this thing. So, I was, if I say I want to integrate this in the story, how do you integrate this? Because I've already got this in, that is my story. So I'd have to integrate Tom Cruise into the story, which I don't think would actually fit. I mean, Tom's an awesome guy, but it wouldn't fit in the story, because he's kind of like playing the same character I am. The same thing with Chris Evans, when you have the all-American hero guy, that's, unless you're doing some alternate universe thing. In my series, this one is not dealing with alternate universes at all, yet. Anyway, I'm keeping it as real as possible. And talk about reality. The 36 false words, I've got it listed out as, I've got it completely at 63. Now there are, variations on the word, but like when I'm doing the script, these are the ones that are coming up. Okay, you have like probable and probability and problem. What's a good one? Major and majority. So you have like variations, but so I tried to do the core. Because in total, as I kept adding and adding, because before it was 57, but then I kept adding as I filtered, doing this new filtered list. So it was like 36, okay? Because my belief is 36 false words. But it was extra 21, so 57. But then I ended up wanting 6 more as I did the new filtered list. Well, not even new, the filtered list, okay? I kind of did a indirect filtering afterwards by using these parentheses here. Is that it's parentheses, right? But then I was like, okay, it's kind of matching up, because look, you can see it. I put 36 here, right? And then I was like, okay, but it's kind of subjective a little bit. So I said, okay, let's do this core root words. And I've got it down. It's easy because I have a selection of almost double. But these still are kind of like subjective of my selections. So it appears I would have to keep filtering, concentrate to see which. There is possibly. It's very easy. You could simply choose the 36 most used false words from this list, and that could qualify it. But the list almost at this point seems kind of arbitrary. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this video off now. Here we go. Yep, summertime.